Well, hello. Welcome to Fight Week. Does it feel different knowing that you're the main event and the star of the show?
Definitely.
Oh,
So definitely feels a little bit different, feels special, like I think it's the spot that I always wanted to be, the main event, the face of the show. So I think I deserve the spot for the work I've been doing.
I'm just curious what your thoughts are on the fight itself. Do you anticipate? I know everybody plans for the full 5 rounds, but do you anticipate having to go the full 5 rounds with him, or do you think this fight will end early?
I think it can go either way. It just depends how prepared he is to the fight, how much he wants, like at 4 years old, let's see how much he wants to stay in the position that he is, to go again to the belt or something like that. I'm prepared. I work my ass off to this fight, so I think I deserve this victory. And let's just see how he's gonna come, how prepared he's gonna come, and let's see if he can take the 5 rounds with me. I'm gonna push the pace up. I'm gonna make the rhythm high all the time on this fight, and let's see how he behaves on the fight. So it only depends on him now, and if he comes very well prepared as he always came, I think it's gonna be a great fight. But I'm prepared to knock him out or finish him because I have the ground game and he doesn't have that much. So. Let's see how Jared comes.
I'm curious if you could tell me what you thought of the UFC 305 main event.
It's crazy, this one, because I always, I think in all Draco's fight, I always bet against him. And it's crazy how bad he is, but how he makes it work. It's crazy how he makes it work. Props to him. Man, I just need to congratulate him because even with a bad technique, bad game plan, like crazy style, he always makes it work, and he's winning. He's undefeated in the UFC, so he deserves the spot that he is right now. And looking forward, for sure, I'm just thinking about Jared. I don't want to be thinking about anything else, but looking forward to get this fight.
And there was a fun little middleweight appetizer at PFL for some UFC fighters in the, I wonder if you saw that video, what you thought of that.
These guys are crazy, I don't know if they were just like marketing or any shit like that, but I don't know. Yeah, no words actually. Like it's not my style, to go there and play around these stupid games and go there and try to fight or pretend to fight or actually fight outside the octagon and stuff like that. But because we're professionals, like we inspire a lot of people. I have my son here with me and everything. So this is not an example that I want to give people, that I want to give to the world. So definitely crazy guys, but they call attention, that's all.
And last question for me. I saw you were at CGI
Yeah.
last weekend. I'm curious what you thought of it.
It was an amazing event. I think Craig Jones is a marketing genius. He did awesome. I think it just made the sport grow. It was better for the sport. It was better for the athletes having ADCC and CGI together. And I think it was a great event. He made two new guys, two new millionaires. So it definitely changed lives of 2 families at least. But I think they deserve the spot. Grappling is getting a good spot in the combat sports, and yeah, definitely. And looking forward to competing in one of those.
Thank you.
I may be wrong, but I think this is the first time that the Fighting Nerds has headlined an event.
Yeah.
Do you really feel like this is the fight that's going to put the Fighting Nerds on the map, that people, if they don't know already, they'll really understand who the Fighting Nerds is right now?
Kind of. I think we're already on the map, Like, I think everybody knows our condition and our quality. We've been doing good with not just me, but all the other guys. You just saw what Carlos Prates did against a tough opponent in the Saturday. You just see what Jean Silva did, what Bruno Brazil did with Molly McCann, with Rufy did in his debut, So definitely, we are already on the map. We are already on the site of everybody. But definitely, this main event is gonna push us even higher. You know, I think so.
And last one for me. A lot of people might look at Jared's age and think that maybe he's not as dangerous or as bad as he was earlier on. Do you still envision that he's as good as he's ever been?
I think so. I think he's still bad. He's still scary. He's still tough guy. He's still even more experienced guy. You know, let's see just how much he wants. That's the only thing that is on question on this fight. You know, because I know he's still dangerous. He still has power on his hand, but let's see just how much he wants. Thank you.
Kyle, what makes the Fighting Nerds so different from other gyms? Because, man, you guys are on a roll right now.
Man, I don't know. I think the teamwork. We have a lot of guys that work in the same thing with the same dream. You know, like all the coaches, all the managers, all the strength conditioning coaches, you know, nutritionists, doctors. We work together as one. So there's no ego involved in our team, you know. And I think a good philosophy for the team. Everybody that comes into the team knows how to behave inside the octagon and outside the octagon. They know the style of the fighting nerds too. You know, the fighting style that we have, it's almost always the same. You know, calm, collected. You know, distance control. So everybody that comes in, they already know what to work on. You know, and we approach this job in a different way. You know, like we study not only trading punches. We study all the other aspects of the game, and the results are there for people to see.
The top of the middleweight division is getting very crowded, and there's a case for everyone up there to get a next title shot. Who do you think should get it next? Obviously, Dana thinks Sean should get it. Dreykus thinks Robert Whittaker should get it. There's Hamzat if he beats Robert Whittaker. Like, what are your thoughts on it?
If I'll be honest, I think Brandon Allen is one of the guys that deserves the shot because he's, I think, 7 or 8 straight victories, straight wins. He was supposed to fight a top 5 guy in his last fight. The guy got injured, and then he took a fight against Curry that was number 15, so he took a lot of risk on that. I think he's doing a great job inside the octagon. I think he just needs to do a better job outside the octagon, you know, when marketing and all this stuff, social media and all this stuff. And he did with Vettori, you know. So definitely I think he's the guy that really deserved that. I think Sean deserved that too because he already faced Adesanya, won Adesanya, he already faced Dricus, and I think he won that fight. So I think he deserves a rematch too. So I think these are the 2 guys that deserve the most, you know. And me, after a great win against Cannonier, I'm gonna prove that I can be the next contender. And the mantra of the fight against Paul Craig was that I was gonna knock him out, and I did it. And the mantra on this fight is that I'm gonna show everyone the new champ arrived.
And finally, for me, what do you think Israel Adesanya should do after his loss to DDP? Do you think you should fight him next after Jared? Do you think he should take a step back? Like, what do you think he should do?
Adesanya was very dominating guy in his age, you know, in his time when he was a champion. He's very good. He's still very good, very great striking and everything. I don't know if he can take like he needs to take me after the fight or anything like that. You know, I don't know if he's gonna want to do this kind of fights, or if he wants to go and do super fights or any other thing like that. If he's gonna retire or not, he said he's not going, but I don't think he's fighting soon. So let's see what the futures holds for him. I have a lot of respect for him. You know, he inspired me a lot when he was a champion. I was just an upcoming guy, but if the time comes to fight him, I'm ready. Thank you.
Thank you, bud, for taking the time.
Yeah.
We see you so much, whether it be in the cage or out, and I've seen you at Apex plenty of times, but now that you're that guy on that poster and you're going to just get so much more attraction to your brand, what was the reaction like initially when you talked to the manager, whomever, and said, okay, here's the contract, but look who's at the top of it?
Man, it was a crazy reaction. I was with my father and my grandfather on my side, and my manager, Ivan Jatoba, he called me and said, Caio, he called me Caio, main event against Jared Cannonier. I was like, fuck yeah, man, you know, like we asked it and we received, you know, like I think it's the spot that I deserve to be in, you know, all the time that when I was the co-main event and doing fight here in the Apex and everything, I was always the guy with most interviews, you know, with most media things inside the whole event, even more than the main event. So I think it's the spot that I deserve. I always wanted to be in this spot, and now it's just everything coming to reality. You know, I was just happy as fuck. You know, like this is what we need.
So with that being said, it obviously feels like everything is on track. Besides baby being born and that feeling of, you know, like being a father now, how great is it that the UFC recognizes your hard work and they're like, you know what, this is the guy that we can call to put on a main event on ESPN Plus, and he will deliver.
It's good. It's good, man. It feels good, you know, like now I'm in a different part of my life being a father, you know. He's here with me. He's sleeping over there. And the most important thing of my life right now, everything that I do is for him and my family, you know. So I'm not just a young guy that just came to the UFC and trying to do things, you know. Now I have a family to fulfill, have a family to feed, you know. I have all people that inspires on me, and definitely a lot more responsibility, but definitely the place that I want to be, you know. I want to inspire people. I want to keep doing this, and I think the UFC put me in the spot to keep doing what I'm doing, you know. So definitely feel grateful and thankful for the UFC to believe me like that and to put me in this position. And I'm gonna make it all worth it, you know. I'm gonna deliver.
That's awesome, man. What a crazy 2024. The family growing, being
Yeah.
the main event. How was it like getting ready for this main event, to acclimate to the 25 minutes? Any specific sparring partners for Jared? Someone who could be explosive, if need be, just can be a great wrestler, grappler, like just getting, you know, everything fine-tuned for him.
You know, like it was a crazy camp actually, because I got this fight 2 days before I fly to Manchester to corner Bruna Brazil in her fight against Molly McCann. And then I knew that I needed to be training there. And I was already training 3 or 4 weeks prior to that, you know. So after that, I went to Manchester with her. I trained her, and I was doing my training too. You know, I brought a partner there, so definitely I was preparing myself, doing everything that I needed to do. Then after that, I came straight to Vegas. So I've been here for the past 3 weeks with my team. So I bring everybody. We got a big Airbnb. The block asset got to me, and so we got a big Airbnb, and it was definitely a hard camp. It was definitely a camp that pushed me a lot, you know. I needed to dig through, you know, dig deep, you know, in this training camp, because it's 5 rounds, and I don't want just to go there and fight 5 rounds. I wanted to push up the pace 5 rounds, you know. I'm going to make the pace high, you know. I want to get Jared tired, you know. So I needed to dig deep, but it was the best camp of my life. It's been the best wake up of my life. I will be the bigger version of myself on Saturday. So, bigger and better version of myself on Saturday. This guy is gonna see.
Excellent. Well, congrats on the opportunity.
Thank you.
And I wait to see you on Saturday.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.